News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Missoula police searching for a missing suspect. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. Congratulations. You made it. It's Friday, September 23rd, 2016. Right now, the sky is cloudy. We have a very mild 54 degrees in Missoula and around western Montana right now. The second full day of fall. And this newscast sponsored this morning by Selway Armory on Stockyard Road. With more guns and ammo than anyone in Missoula. The best prices in Montana. They are Montana's premier firearms dealer. Missoula police searching for a woman who disappeared after she was pulled over for a traffic stop. Missoula Police Public Information Officer Travis Welsh said the search was still going on as of noon yesterday.
One of our traffic officers initiated a stop near the intersection of South 4th and Higgins. As he learned a little bit about the driver, she expressed to him that she thought she may have had a warrant, and this was an adult female. And rather than waiting to find out for sure, as the officer did some checking, she decided to run from the car on foot.
Police gave chase but weren't able to quickly find the suspect.
She apparently ran west in an alley between 3rd and 4th Street, and then witnesses observed her running past one of the businesses in the 100 block of South 3rd and then head down through the trees towards the river. They lost her somewhere in the heavy foliage that grows along the footpath down there.
Welsh said the woman is a white female with dark shoulder-length hair. She's wearing a dark jacket, about 5'6", weighing about 136 pounds. Anyone with information about this suspect has to contact the police department at 552-6300 or call Crime Stoppers at 721-4444. A 56-year-old Billings man has been sentenced to 45 years in prison for stabbing a man to death during an argument over money. The Billings Gazette reports Robert Lee Bauer was sentenced yesterday. He'd earlier pleaded guilty to mitigated deliberate homicide in the December 2015 death of 40-year-old Joseph Brokenrope, a father of 8. The details of the fatal stabbing were revealed during the sentencing hearing. Prosecutors said Brokenrope had often purchased Bauer's state assistance food card from him, and Bauer believed Brokenrope still owed him $150. Late on December 10th, Bauer called Brokenrope and asked him to meet him downtown with the money. Witnesses say Brokenrope hit Bauer, who then stabbed Brokenrope, piercing his heart. Bauer ran away, and Brokenrope bled to death while laying on the street. 59-year-old John Mulligan appeared before Judge Landy Holloway yesterday after allegedly threatening several people with a knife, trespassing, and disorderly conduct. Deputy Missoula County Attorney Celine Kepke has details.
The defendant here is charged with 2 counts of assault with a weapon for threatening the employees of Town Pump and Perkins last night with a folding knife in 2 separate incidents several minutes apart after they asked him to leave for being both disorderly and bothering customers. The defendant told a waitress at Perkins, "You're going to die tonight," and used other profanity to describe her.
Kepke explained why the state was asking Mulligan to be held on $50,000 bail due to his long criminal record that dates back to the 1980s.
His charges include assault, trespass, weapons charges, trespassing, burglary. He has more than 40 arrests in all, and he has recent assaultive behavior in Missoula, including 2 assault with weapons in 2014 involving other transients who ended up in the hospital.
Judge Holloway set bail at $25,000 and ordered Mulligan to appear in court again on October 6th. Montana's reopening the last closed segment of the Yellowstone River south of Livingston today. The 17.2-mile stretch between the Emigrant and Pine Creek fishing access sites was the hardest hit by a parasite that killed tens of thousands of mountain whitefish, along with some other species. The Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Parks on August 19th banned all recreation on a 183-mile stretch of the river from Gardner to Laurel to prevent the spread of the parasite. The state's gradually reopened the river, but says it could be closed again if new cases of dead or dying fish are found. Agency officials say they appreciate the patience and support of residents, visitors, and business owners affected by the closure. Earlier this month, a similar whitefish die-off occurred on the Snake River in southeastern Idaho. Drugs continue to surface all around the state. Attorney General Tim Fox says one drug in particular is causing an epidemic across Montana.
Since 2010, we've had a 240% increase in the number of charges related to methamphetamine. It's an epidemic, it really is, and it's coming from primarily Mexico, Mexican cartels across our border. We need to shore up our borders for a lot of reasons.
Fox praises new Highway Patrol K-9 units for some of the recent drug busts.
In 2013, we had 96 felony drug charges that Highway Patrol started. We had 292 last year, so an increase of 200 in just 2 years. So it's not just methamphetamine, it's heroin, cocaine, recreational marijuana.
Fox continues to combat the issues surrounding DUI cases in the state, so they're also symptomatic of the state's overall drug problem. Paige Good of Preserve Historic Missoula wants everyone to know her organization is not suing the city of Missoula. She shared a prepared statement yesterday.
We are not filing a lawsuit, but simply asking the district court to uphold and enforce the Missoula Historic Preservation Ordinance as written. The ordinance, passed by the City Council with extensive public input in 2009, grants the Missoula Mercantile protections which predate the current ownership.
Good said the city's own original ordinance stands in the way of the city of home base Montana moving forward.
Octagon and Merck LLC were aware when they purchased the building that it would be subject to safeguards under the ordinance. The City Council strayed far from the very rules it created to find the mercantile did not merit saving. Preserve Historic Missoula's appeal seeks to hold the city accountable to the process defined by its own ordinance.
Good concluded by saying that Preserve Historic Missoula is an organization which supports responsible economic development. A Big Fork man's being investigated in a case alleging he defrauded 36 investors. The state securities department alleges Don Kevin Moore and his business, Big Sky Mineral Resources, sold over $2.5 million in investments in oil leases without registering the securities with the state. Securities officials allege the leases don't exist and Moore was operating a Ponzi scheme. Moore said yesterday that he has oil leases registered in Lewis and Clark County. An affidavit filed with the district court in Kalispell alleges Moore withdrew nearly $800,000 in cash from investors' money and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on mortgages, vehicles, and other personal expenses. Our News Talk time now is 6:12.
Newstalk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Mostly cloudy to cloudy skies with a chance of a shower. High temperatures will top out in the low 60s. Tonight, patchy areas of fog, otherwise mostly cloudy with lows in the 40s. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for Missoula's KECI 13.